What up? We about to make a dinner. It was Sunday dinner, but it's Monday now. So, little chicken and gravy over homemade potato, little sauteed butter broccoli with some dinner rolls on the side. Okay, let's get into it. So, first I peeled, skinned, whatever you want to call it, my potatoes. I'm only using 4. Yes, 4. And then that's cold water that's right there. Go ahead and drop them in there when you get your potatoes peeled, because we're trying to keep the freshness and, make sure everything, we don't want them to get all soggy and stuff. So here I am cutting them because that'll make the boiling and cooking process faster. And then, clean them things off. Make sure they're good. We have to make sure they're clean. And at this point, the boiling water was already going. Go ahead and drop them in there. Be careful, because I did burn my hand. I don't want you to burn yours, okay? I need to be more careful because I'm real accident prone. So here, I am chopping my chicken. I cleaned it, got all the fat off, all the bad stuff, got all that good stuff off. And I got my cast iron skillet. I had butter and oil in the skillet. And we're just going to cook the chicken. And cook the chicken. We're gonna make sure it's cooked all the way through, because we are going to be adding some onion to this, but the chicken is not going to be cooked all the way when I'm adding the onion. But I am going, since I'm making multiple things, I'm going to be leaving this alone for a minute. But I seasoned it with minced garlic. I use some black pepper. I use some basil. I use some oregano, some adobo, little Creole seasoning, and a little pinch, just a little pinch of garlic salt. Just a little pinch, not a lot. You're gonna see a little pinch right here, right there, just a little pinch. Then gonna mix that up, make sure those seasonings are on everything, make sure everything's covered, because we want everything to be equally tasting the same, nothing tasting different than the other one, nothing like that. So like I said, leave the chicken alone. We're gonna go back to the potatoes. Those should be about tender by now. You're gonna go ahead and drain those. I added about a half a cup of milk and a whole stick of butter in a pot, and I seasoned it with basically the same things I kind of use. I use some minced garlic, I use some garlic powder, I use some black pepper, and some Creole seasoning. That's it. Like literally, that's it. Mix that up. By this time, I have my heat on low. That's why the stick of butter right there still. So go ahead and turn the heat up a little bit, but not a lot. I added those potatoes and whipped them. Those blades did not touch the bottom of the skillet or the pot. Don't worry about that, okay? I made sure the blades didn't touch, because I don't want no scratched up pot either, okay? So then I got that whipped up. You might have to add some more seasoning like I did. I don't know. Taste it though. Make sure you taste it as you go. Like I always say, taste as you go. When you get done, they're going to be real whipped up, real, creamy, looking good, okay? So this is the part I was talking about. We're going to add those onions, okay? Add those chopped up onions and let that cook for a minute. Leave it alone. Then add the flour. So when the chicken is like about done looking and you can see through the onions, then start adding some flour. Just get it incorporated on everything. Just get everything covered. That's what we're doing here, because we're going to add the water. Now the water, I don't have no measurements on how much I added. I just made sure that everything was covered and submerged in this mixture, because this is gonna be the gravy, okay? It's gonna be gravy. And as you see, it's thickening up. This is what we want. This is the consistency that I wanted. It is actually about done from looking at this. So leave that alone, put the heat on low, turn your heat down, let that just kind of cook and just, get in that. You might have to add some seasoning to that too, okay? So make sure you taste it. Broccoli, I just, I put some butter in a skillet, and this is fresh broccoli. It's not frozen this time. I added black pepper, onion powder, and a little bit of seasoned salt, and a little bit of basil. So black pepper, onion powder, Creole, and basil. I think I just said seasoned salt. Very little, I didn't put a lot of seasoning on the broccoli. I just wanted it seasoned enough to where it just had some more flavor. Because once it's submerged in that butter, it's going to be some goodness, okay? Goodness. And here we have it. I put that chicken and gravy on top of them potatoes. This was good, y'all. Go ahead and make this.